What's a really good hand in poker? Is a royal flush, right?
Yes.
What part of 10 of hearts makes a royal flush?
Oh my God, look it! Jack and oh!
In this video, I will reveal Shin Lim's famous card trick that he performed with Mario Lopez and his wife at the Access Hollywood studio. Here's what happened. Shin Lim starts the trick by presenting the female host with a deck of cards and asks her to confirm that all the cards are different. He spreads the cards slowly on the table and instructs her to choose any card. Shin inquires if she wants to change her choice, and she does, picking a different card. Shin then hands her the card and asks her to look at it without showing him. She then places the card in the center of the deck, squares it up, and splits the deck into 2 packets. He asks her to select one, and then both of them shuffle their packets. Shin asks whether she wants to keep her packet or switch to his, and she decides to take his. He then requests her to deal the cards one by one on the table and stop at any point. After she stops, Shin adds an element of randomness by giving her the choice to select freely between the card in her hand and the one on the table. She opts for the card in her hand, and upon flipping it over, it's revealed to be the 10 of hearts. He then asks the male host to examine the 4 cards he's been holding and determine which card is needed to complete a royal flush. It turns out the male host has the ace, king, queen, and the jack of hearts, but the 10 of hearts is missing. Thus, the freely chosen card by the female host is the missing card from the royal flush from the beginning of the performance. So, how did he perform this trick? I'll give you a few hints, and let's see if you can figure it out on your own. The first thing you'll notice is that whenever Shin picks up a playing card, he does so in an unusual way. The moment he picks up one card, it seems like he's picking up just one, but a second card drops from underneath. This can be observed in various places, even when the female spectator holds a few cards and he appears to pick up a single card, but then a second card appears underneath. This raises the question of whether this deck of playing cards is a regular one. Moreover, during the performance, when she pointed to a card in the spread, Shin Lim always separated that card from the spread. This means he didn't allow the spectator to handle individual cards. If you haven't already figured it out by now, here is the secret. The deck of playing cards Shin uses is not an ordinary deck, it's known as a destiny deck. The Destiny deck pairs each playing card with adhesive so that the top face-down card is always a force card. In Shin's performance, the force card was the 10 of hearts. If you were to take any of these cards from the deck, it would appear as the 7 of hearts on the face. But if you separated the card, you'd reveal the 10 of hearts. This can be done with any card from the deck. Hence, he allowed the female spectator to choose any card, knowing she'd end up selecting the 10 of hearts. Once the spectator picked a card, Shin separated the cards, causing one to drop underneath the card in his right hand. The top separated card was the 10 of hearts. This means the spectator's seemingly free choice was predetermined, and the outcome was always intended to be the 10 of hearts. As the performance continued and the packets were split apart and shuffled, the cards didn't separate accidentally because of the adhesive. They could only be separated intentionally. That's why Shin instructed the spectator to cut the cards rather than pharaoh shuffling, which could risk separating the adhesive. Therefore, when the spectator finished mixing the cards, the top card of the packet was always what Shin desired. Once the female spectator chose the packet she held, he quickly squared up the deck on the table and took the card from her hand to conceal the separated card. Therefore, when he asked the male spectator to flip over the cards to reveal the card needed for the royal flush, he noticed that the 10 of hearts was missing. These 4 playing cards were given to the spectator before the performance began and were on the table in front of him, eliminating the need to force the selection, as they were already placed as a sort of prediction. Behind this mask, only the truth remains till we meet again.